Apple's new app, Apple Invites, is amazing. That's why in this video, I wanted to give you a step-by-step walkthrough on how to use it, but most importantly, a bunch of tips and tricks that nobody's really telling you about, so you can have the best experience with it. So Apple Invites is completely free and you can download it right now on the App Store. It's Apple's new dedicated app for managing events and sending out invitations. How many times have you had a birthday party and you've created an iMessage group or a WhatsApp group with all your friends, and your friends end up muting the chat because there's so many messages, so much information everywhere? Well, Apple Invites solves exactly that. It's got incredible Apple ecosystem integration. It works across all of your Apple services. Keep in mind that you do need an iCloud Plus subscription if you want to create an event in the app itself. Now, there's a lot of confusion with iCloud Plus. If you're already paying for a $5 iCloud subscription every single month, you've already got iCloud Plus. iCloud Plus is simply the name for subscribing to iCloud. Even if you pay for the cheapest subscription for iCloud, you'll have access to Apple Invites. So everybody's talking about how beautiful the design of the app is. If we tap on Plus, as you can see, it feels very fresh, something that we've never really seen from Apple before. This beautiful glass-like design for the UI looks absolutely stunning. There's a lot of people speculating that this is the way that iOS 19 is going to look like. And hey, I'm all up for this. So before I show you what's inside of an event and all of these amazing features that the app has to offer, I wanted to show you how you can create an event. Now let's create an event. Let's say we're watching the NBA, let's call it a watch party. The first thing that you're gonna see is that you can customize the typography. So you can really customize the way that this looks. I think this looks absolutely incredible. Now you can add a background to your event, so it's super customizable. Now you've got emojis, photographic, and colors, and there's a bunch of different ones. For example, this one's from food. If you wanna have a food feast, you've got a travel, maybe you've got a trip coming up, maybe you wanna do a movie night, maybe there's a concert coming up, you've got a bunch of emoji. This is maybe for the New Year's. Photographic, there's a bunch of photos here. Maybe you're doing a birthday party, a confetti. And then there's colors right here, so you can have a very beautiful one. But let's say you don't find a specific one. Well, you can add a specific photo from your library and add it as a cover. But here's where it gets really interesting. Using Apple Intelligence, you can use Image Playground. And as you can see, it's now searching up NBA watch party and my face. There you go, that's kind of funny. You can describe an image as well. Let's say, Nikias playing basketball. We can search that and it will generate an image. We can get rid of this, for example. Let's see what it comes up with. There you go. That's a good NBA watch party. Let's add some party in the mix. Here, a disco. Let's see what that comes up with. There you go. I'm playing basketball while having a party. This is kind of funny. Does he look like me? All right, I think this one matches our party pretty well. There you go. Doesn't that look amazing? I feel like Image Playground is a very useful use case for this because you're never going to have the perfect image to match your event. But with this, now it's possible. Now the next thing that we can add is the date and time. Let's say, your party is at the 19th at 10 p.m. You can add that. You can even add when it ends. So if you want your friends to leave at like 11 p.m., it's like, bro, leave my house. You can let them know when it ends. You can also add a location. Let's say you're having it in New York. Let's just call it that. You can also add a location name. Let's say add my house. Boom. There you go. My house in New York City, hosted by Nikias. You can also add a description, an event description. Get ready to spend the best night of your life. If you love basketball and drinks, you're gonna have a lot of fun. There you go. Some exclamation points, boom, tap done. You can add a little description for the party. It also gives you information with the weather. Now this is extremely useful. It's currently searching on February 19th, so it's not extremely accurate because it's like 2 weeks from now. But let's say we're doing it tomorrow. As you can see, it will let me know there will be heavy snow in New York. So all of my friends and family will know, hey, be careful, you should probably wear a jacket. You can have directions as well. So using the location as well, it will help your friends and family. And this is where it gets extremely useful. You can have a shared album. How many times have you been at a birthday, at a wedding, at an event? For example, yesterday, I was at a premiere yesterday with a bunch of friends and family, and I literally asked 4 of my friends, hey, can you send me that photo? I asked the other one, hey, can you send me a photo? With this, everybody could just send it to all in one place, so it would be extremely useful. And you can also add a playlist. Okay, our party looks pretty good right now. You can tap on preview, and now it will show us a preview of how that invite will look like, so people can say they're going, they're not going, or they are maybe. I don't like people who say maybe. Either you're going or you're not going. Don't stay in between. Then if we tap on next, it will prepare the invitation, and this is the way that you share that invite. Now, there's a bunch of ways that you can share it, and this is something to really keep in mind. What happens to Android users? Obviously, this app is only available for iOS users, but let's say you've got a friend with an Android, which you shouldn't have friends that have Android. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. Maybe. No. If you send that link to a friend that has an Android, that person will still be able to open it and let you know if they're going or not, and they'll still be able to open up that invite, which is obviously, extremely useful. You can send the invite to iMessage. You can send it via email to your work. You could share a link. You could send it pretty much wherever you want. You could just copy the link and add it on Instagram or whatever. You could tap on share link, and here's a good tip for you. You can actually tap copy. Here, just imagine we're gonna go on Instagram. This is the premiere that we did yesterday. You could actually paste the link to your story, and you could just say RSVP for party. It's not only for iMessage, like think on the bigger picture. This is the power that Apple Invites has. It's not just within iMessage and friends, like birthday parties. Think bigger, think to the bigger picture. For businesses, for events, for premieres, like this opens up to so many possibilities, especially just having that link open up to not just iMessage or WhatsApp, truly locked in the Apple ecosystem. It's great for that. Apple also gives us an option to approve guests. Let's say you send this to an iMessage group with your friends, and then that friend sends it to another friend that you don't want him to come, or you don't want him having access to all the details on your party. Maybe there's the address on your home, so you want to keep it confidential. Well, you can approve guests. So this is basically like a private event. You can simply accept a person or deny that person. You can also send an invitation to certain individuals. You can also send it to certain friends. Let's say I want to send it to Adrian Santos, for example. I can share the link, and it will have a unique invitation link, so that link will only be tappable for him. And then once your friends and family join to your event, they will show up right here inside of host. You'll see all of your friends and family right here. Now, here's a hidden feature that not a lot of people are talking about. So if you tap inside of event setting, there's a bunch of really useful settings inside of here. You can add additional guests. Let's say you're having a dinner or an event, and you're like, okay, you can bring a +1, a +2, a +3. You can do that. So you can let people know if they're bringing a +1 or a +2. This is what I was telling you about approving guests. Remove background preview is very useful in terms of privacy. So let's say, this image that we just created right here. Let's say you don't want everybody looking at that image, just your friends that are coming to the party. So if you turn this on, it will only show the background image to guest after they've opened the invitation with a verified email address or a private link. So only your friends that you really want in the party will be able to see that image. You can add a background image description. You've also got duplicate events. This can be really useful if you've got a restaurant, for example, and you've got a concert every single Friday. And the only thing that you change is pretty much the date, or maybe you can change the photo. Well, basically, all the information is always the same, but you can change a couple of things. That's why this feature right here is very useful. You can also cancel the event. Maybe you don't have enough friends, so you had to cancel the party, which is sad. Don't forget that I'm your friend. I'm here every time you want to talk to me. You can pause replies or just delete the event. If you're super frustrated about the event, you're like, yeah, I'm not doing this party anymore because you got angry at your friend, you can delete the event. And then you've officially created your first ever event. Now, there's a couple more things that I can tell you right here. This right here is probably one of my favorite features in the entire app. Send a note. How many times have you created an iMessage group with all your friends for me to tell them that they should bring a jacket because it's cold out, and then they come to your party and they didn't pay you for your drinks and they didn't bring the jacket? And I'm like, I told you in the iMessage group. And they're like, oh, I don't read that group. And it's like, well, now you can send a note. Basically, you can send a notification to all the invites inside of your event. Bring a jacket, it will be very cold out, exclamation mark. Boom. Send note, and now note sent. This will send a notification to all of your friends and family. Isn't that useful? While we're talking about features that are extremely useful, this button right here. How many times have you been invited to a birthday party? You have to manually go to calendar, Then you have to Mia birthday, okay. What day was it again? Okay, you have to go to your email and find it, and it's just a mess. Well, check this out. Now, NBA watch party, tap on add calendar. All the information will be right there. The title, the location, the time, when it ends. If you scroll to the bottom, even the description that we added will be added to the notes of the calendar event itself. I'm sorry if I sound too excited about this, but it's just a great app. Now, what happens when somebody invites you to an event? How will that look like? Well, it will look exactly like this. Jason, we record a podcast every single week. He wanted to create an event. This is so unnecessary, but I guess he just wanted to use the app. I can tap this right here. It will open directly to the app. Open invitation. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Okay, and I've just opened it, and I can now say if I'm going or if I'm not going. I can tap and say, yes, I'm going. And the coolest thing about this is that you can also send a reply. So you can sound super excited. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Send reply. And now he will get a notification saying that I'm very excited about it. If somebody sends you an invite, you can see who's hosting the party. You can see who's going. You can also read the messages. You can see the albums. And he created a playlist made for spatial audio playlist. So we can have a big party. So there you go. You can now see the events that you're going. You'll see a tiny badge on the top left. You can see the date. You can just keep swiping and see all the events that you've been invited to. If you tap on the top left, there's some information here. You can tap on upcoming, past events, kind of similar to Apple Wallet, and then drafts, hosting, and attending. So the ones that I haven't created, like this one, it will show up right here. Now, here's another feature that not a lot of people are talking about. If you tap on your profile right here, maybe you don't want all of the notifications. So here you can customize the notifications that you want to receive, events you're hosting or events you're invited to. What's pretty useful as well is email updates. So if you want Apple to send you email updates on when somebody joined your party, when somebody replied to a message inside of your party, you can have email updates sent to you. Now, a pretty useful tip that I can tell you is, whenever you have to add an event description, you don't really know what to add, you don't really know what to say. That's why Siri with ChatGPT integration comes in really handy. Can you ask ChatGPT to write me a description for my NBA watch party event? I'm inviting a couple of my friends, we're gonna have drinks, and we're just gonna have a lot of fun. It says working with ChatGPT.
Sorry, ChatGPT.
So now you can simply copy this text and add it straight to your event instead of this horrible one that I wrote. Boom. You can do this. You can also customize it with a bunch of basketball emojis, for example. Boom. Just like that. This looks just so much better now. So there you go. That's how to make Apple's new app, Apple Invites, extremely useful. I'm gonna be using this so much for graduations, baby showers, birthday party, New Year's parties, business events. There's so much possibilities and so many useful ways that you can use this. My final tip to you is make sure to use Apple Intelligence or ChatGPT with it because it will help you so much. If you found value out of this video, make sure to subscribe and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.